Hey, grace and peace, everyone. This is Charles here with another Midweek Recharge. And this week, I want to talk about the bread of life and the light of the world, our food and our light. So some of you may be familiar. There's a string of teachings that we refer to as the 7 I am statements that come from Jesus. And two of those I am statements are, I am the bread of life, and I am the light of the world. And what's interesting is what these statements reveal in terms of not only kind of Jesus's character, but they give us insight into Jesus's mission and the connection that Jesus was building with humanity, particularly to strengthen and deepen our faith. And what I think is critical for us to consider and think about is how necessary food is for our bodies. Food is fuel. Now, particularly more recently in kind of a modern context, particularly kind of Western part of the world, food has become very pleasurable. It's an experience. There's celebrity chefs and all that good stuff. But for a very, very, very long time, particularly the time of Jesus, food was primarily a fuel source, an energy source to keep bodies functioning and operating to our capacity. And similarly, light, illumination. To keep us from stumbling or tripping or falling in the dark. And so by Jesus declaring that he is both the bread of life and the light of the world, what Jesus is telling us is that on this journey, on this path, we can have all the fuel that we need and will never be in darkness. And so my challenge to you this week is to reflect and consider what your existence might be like if you were in perpetual darkness and hunger. That's a tough existence. And there are those that are visually impaired. There are those that are blind. And yet find a way to navigate that darkness, find a way to make their way through life. There are those that hunger regularly and find a way to survive. You and I are in a unique position to reflect on those that might be experiencing these conditions as a part of their lives that they don't have direct control over. And in those situations, they can experience God in a way that you and I might never be able to. But what we can do is recognize that as we walk through this life, by putting our faith in Jesus, we'll never be hungry and we'll never be in darkness. Let that be your recharge.